Welcome to the year 2050, a moment where humanity stands at the edge of history, looking back at one of the most transformative eras ever recorded. From this vantage point, we reflect on the dawn of artificial intelligence, a force that reshaped how societies function and evolved. By 2050, artificial intelligence no longer exists as a tool apart from us, but as a seamless extension of daily human life. AI systems now support healthcare, guide governance, manage infrastructure, and quietly operate behind almost every modern service. Yet, this harmony between humans and machines was never guaranteed, nor was it an inevitable outcome of technological progress. 3 decades earlier, as AI accelerated at an unprecedented pace, a deep sense of urgency gripped policymakers worldwide. The promise of boundless innovation was shadowed by fears of misuse, unchecked power, and irreversible societal disruption. Without guidance, artificial intelligence threatened to outpace the very institutions designed to protect humanity. The early 2020s came to be known as the digital Wild West, an era defined by experimentation without restraint. Algorithms spread rapidly across platforms, often operating as opaque systems beyond public understanding or control. Concerns mounted over privacy invasion, algorithmic bias, and autonomous decisions made without human accountability. Public trust in technology began to fracture as citizens questioned who truly held power in the digital age. Governments around the world struggled to respond, torn between encouraging innovation and preventing harm. Fragmented regulations and reactive policies proved insufficient against a technology evolving at exponential speed. It became increasingly clear that a coordinated and proactive approach was no longer optional, but essential. Europe, guided by long-standing values of human rights and democratic oversight, emerged as a natural leader. Its commitment to data protection, social responsibility, and rule of law shaped its vision for AI governance. Decades of regulatory leadership, from environmental law to consumer protection, provided a powerful foundation. Europe believed innovation must always be anchored in human dignity and collective well-being. From this philosophy emerged an ambitious idea that would redefine global AI governance. The European AI regulatory nexus, known simply as ERN, began to take shape amidst growing global uncertainty. ERN was never meant to be just another regulatory authority buried in bureaucracy. Instead, it was envisioned as a living ecosystem, bringing together policymakers, technologists, and civil society. Its mission was bold: to create a unified, future-proof framework balancing innovation with fundamental rights. At the heart of this movement stood Brussels, the symbolic and political center of European integration. The city transformed into the digital capital of the AI age, shaping rules that echoed across the globe. Historic halls, once reserved for economic treaties, now hosted debates on algorithmic accountability. Behind ER stood a group of visionary leaders who understood the stakes of inaction. Commissioner Vora Jourova championed ethical responsibility in an increasingly automated world. A ethicist Dr. Lena Schmidt shaped principles ensuring machines respected human values. Legal scholar Jean-Luc Dubois navigated complex legislation to transform ideals into enforceable law. Together, they resisted intense industry pressure to dilute safeguards for the sake of speed. ARM was built upon three foundational pillars: trustworthiness, transparency, and human oversight. A systems operating in Europe were required to prove reliability before earning public trust. High-risk applications faced especially rigorous scrutiny, reflecting their potential societal impact. In 2026, the European AI Act marked a historic turning point in global technology regulation. For the first time, AI systems were legally classified by risk, not novelty or profit. Critical sectors like healthcare and infrastructure now face strict compliance requirements. Data governance became central, building upon the strong legacy of the GDPR framework. Transparency in training data and user consent reshaped how AI systems were developed. ARM's true strength lay in its decentralized yet unified network of oversight bodies. National authorities collaborated, sharing expertise while responding to local realities. High risk AI systems underwent assessments comparable to pharmaceutical trials. Independent audits and stress tests identified risks before deployment caused harm. Public trust was reinforced through citizen participation and transparent consultation processes. Europe embraced a bottom-up approach, ensuring AI governance reflected societal values. Critics warned that regulation would slow innovation and weaken global competitiveness. Yet clear rules provided certainty, transforming compliance into a mark of quality. AI adapted continuously through regulatory sandboxes and iterative review mechanisms. Its influence spread globally through what became known as the Brussels effect. Companies worldwide adopted European standards to maintain access to its markets. Enforcement mechanisms ensured rules were respected, not merely symbolic. Fines deterred misconduct, while guidance supported ethical innovation.
It truly is the best of both worlds, isn't it?
Healthcare systems benefited as AI diagnostics became safer and more equitable. Autonomous transport reached unprecedented safety levels under strict certification. Across industries, technology advanced while consistently serving the public good. AI ultimately reaffirmed humanity's social contract with technology.
That changes the whole timeline.
It proved that progress need not sacrifice dignity, autonomy, or justice. From the perspective of 2050, ERN stands as a monumental achievement in governance. Its guardrails ensured artificial intelligence became a force for human flourishing. The legacy of ERN reminds us that ethical regulation is not a barrier to progress, but its foundation.